very similar to the pre-parting, which we started to put in place. So it was down here, I think, between her legs, is this piece here. Obviously, the additional part is this. This represents her uterus, which in this state is contracted. In other words, you could feel when it's inside her, you can feel the firm uterus. Outside of this, there's this little brown colored bag, like a balloon, that will inflate via this tubing. When this inflates, it represents the boggy uterus, so you can't feel the firm uterus. The blue bag is just a retention bag. When we were early in the development, we didn't have good control of how much this inflated. It would keep going up and up and up, and all of a sudden her abdomen will lift off. So this is a retention bag. This won't expand. It gives extra feedback to basically tell a mechanism you've got enough air in there. This clear tubing will free the fluid to come out the vagina here. Now, both of these parts, if you have her in the regular configuration, she has a rectum in which you can put per-rectal tablets in there. She also has a urethra, which you can insert the Foley catheter. When you add these parts, the urethral meatus and the rectal opening will overlay the ones that are currently on her. So if you're going to put in a Foley, you want to make sure that this opening here overlines the one that's on her. So the Foley catheter goes in here and then that one and into her bladder versus going under the skin and tunneling under here. That's what we're going to go through. This little flap here tucks underneath her bottom, and there is a connection on the back where this Velcro goes. So this helps to prevent any fluid seeping inside her. To add to this is why I have her sitting on the towel. It just elevates her a little bit, so she doesn't sit in a huge puddle that it flows into, okay? This little piece here with the Velcro on it, if you come to her back side, there's a little plug down here. It's easier to come through here. This little plug, okay? That's where that Velcro attaches to. This plug becomes a passage to her anus. So if you put tablets in there, you can either push them through from one side or push them through the other side. In other words, it's not a bladder patch you can never get them out of, so she doesn't become impacted.
And then very uncomfortable.
Okay? So, there's where this goes. This sits in here. Put this down here. Just goes in like that.
Way down there, okay.
Lay down there. And normally it's on the outside, and so it just overlays the surface, okay? So that can be the student project, cleaning out her impacted portions. Extra credit, okay. All right, so how do we get her back together again? Well, I'm gonna lift this up. We're gonna pull her arms out gently. And then lay her back down.
She needs her top skin.
Perfect. Okay, get her hair out of here. And then we will take her, now another thing I said, this foam is nice and soft. You don't want to let it lay like this and split open because it will split right down the middle. You shouldn't ever have to take this off, but if you do, be cognizant of that. Don't lay it like this where it can split, okay? There's nothing really inside here to really activate. I will make sure that these connections are here for example, I'm going to make sure that the lead connections are solid, but I will do that later, okay? So these just lay over the contact posts here. There should be one up there. You got that. Perfect. I got the one here. We'll pull up the chest skin here. Make sure this is lined up properly. And then I will do the top zipper first. It's much easier if we do the top zipper and then you do the side zipper. Okay, and then for added, attractiveness, I tuck the head of the zipper into the crease so it doesn't stick out as much. You don't have to do that, but it just makes it look a little bit better.